Hello, I am Hot Mess Ness MUA, otherwise known as Vanessa, and today we are here to create this clown-inspired look. I have been seeing so much online, you know, the new It came out and there's Pennywise tutorials up the ying, but it is that season. And I love October because it's creation. For me, it's not about being a bad holiday. For me, it's about a creative holiday where you can be anything. You can be a fairy, you can be a princess. And as adults, we lose that. We dress up our kids, but you know, some of us go to parties and whatnot. This is the time that you could play and make yourself something else, and that's what this is all about. Today is a video collab with Kayla's Ways and Miss Smile. I love if you go check out their videos. Kayla's Ways looks something like this. And Miss Smile's looks something like this. Both of their links will be down in the description bar below. Please go support them. They are amazing creators and just awesome people that inspire me to create. And that's the beauty of doing these kind of collabs, because it gets me out of my comfort zone and it also makes me on a time limit. So I have to do the things, even if you have a screaming baby. So if you want to see how I created this fun rainbow scary clown look, just keep on watching. Okay guys, I've already put on all my serums, I have moisturized, and now I'm going to start by priming. And I have a couple different white face paints. If you were trying to go as inexpensive as possible, you could probably do like the cheaper paints that they have at the Halloween store. I have Ben Nye. I used a lot of Ben Nye back in the day when I was doing theater. We used a lot of the cream makeup. No joke, this step took probably 30 minutes. I started with the foundation paint and I built that up, and I was using like the cheapy little sponges. Then I went on to the beauty blender. Okay, so before we go any further, I'm gonna let this dry and then I'm gonna cover it with the cream, see if we can blend it out, make it a little more even. I'll be right back as soon as this is completely dried down. So the magic combination is the foundation and a good old foundation brush. It spreads even, but then you can't really blend with the beauty blender, so you just have to deal with it. Then I took good old RCMA powder and just pressed it into my face, and then I started cream contouring with the Wet n Wild. I started with the purple, and then I added in pink as I gradiated down, and then I went back in with the deeper purple and even that blue metallic. So the closer into my hairline, I'd go into that darker blue and then purple closer to my face, just trying to give it various color shifts. And this wasn't easy, and I would just go in with regular eyeshadows, which I end up doing later. So blending in all those colors, then I started doing the same thing, cream base into the cheeks. So I started with the purple, then I did the pink and added a little bit of the blue and blended down with lighter colors. Now, because this Bye Bye Pores illuminating powder is so light, I'm gonna really dig in and try to blend. Now I'm just taking that Bye Bye Pores pressed powder and blending all the areas that I did cream. I don't love this, but I'm showing you guys what I went through. And then I started the cream contour on the nose. I want a really sharp line. Okay, so I did a little cream contour on the cheek. It is really patchy, so this is turning into a monster for sure. Now taking the good old beauty blender, I'm blending out the nose contour, and now I'm going into Suva Beauty Cupcakes and Monsters, the purple shade, and trying to define that line. And then I go in with the pink shade, and then you just blend the hell out of it, just like you would your eyeshadow. Build, blend, gradiate. And I decided to do the same thing with my cheekies, which is probably what I should have done in the very beginning. The powder works so much better on this kind of white base than doing the creams. No cream. Cream is bad. Now I'm trying to blend everything out with a clean brush, and I'm starting to actually see what I like here. Now I'm building on the color and the contour areas. I'm taking some yellow, and then I go a little bit of yellow on the bridge of the nose, blend it out, some in the forehead right below the pink, and then I go back in with the clean brush and blend it. Then I remember, oh, there's white powder eyeshadow. I will blend with that. And it was a good idea. Now I'm taking red and then orange, and I'm blending it together, and it got a little bit muddy, but I still liked that it was like a muddy rainbow, and I had to reapply the yellow. You know, just like the eyeballs, have to do the stuff. So I wanted the nose to pop some more, so I used some of Sugar Pill's Poison Plum for that real vibrant purple, and then I blended that out with a clean fluffy brush. Then I start brushing out my brows. Now I did not block out my brows because I wanted to use the real structure of my real eyebrows to help create my rainbow brows. You see, I can't draw eyebrows for beans even though I have real eyebrows. So I am taking Jeffree Star's You Better Work, and I am just making some eyebrows. I'm not very good at this with my real eyebrows. So I actually, after I filled them in, my big blocky messes, I just cleaned them up with the face paint like you would with concealer. Just cleaned up your edges as you do. Then I took Drug Lord and Jeffree Star's You Better Work, mixed it together for a gradient effect, and then I took the shade Blue Velvet just to define the tail. Now the fun stuff, rainbow eyeshadow. We're taking Sugar Pill's Love Plus, and we are just building that up on the lower lash line. Then I am taking a smaller brush, and I'm really working Savage from Urban Decay's Electric palette, and I'm just getting that really close and blending that in with the red. And every time I add a shade, I always blend. Now I'm taking Sugar Pill's Flame Point and a flat shader or packer brush. I'm packing that on the lid, and then I'm blending it out with the yellow shade Buttercup. I am going heavy with this shade, guys, because I really want the yellow to be popping. I blend the yellow with Thrash from the Vice palette, Urban Decay Electric palette, I'm sorry. And then I go in with Clover Club from Suva Beauty Cupcakes and Monsters, and then back into Chaos, and that is the blue shade from Urban Decay Electric. So just any rainbow, you know, BH Cosmetics, who cares? Just rainbow. Make it work. Rainbow your eyelids. Did a little sketch with just a black liner that I had, the sharpest one I could find. And now I'm going to take the Liquid Catsuit Black liquid lipstick and fill in all that I just did in black. So I'm using that same Liquid Catsuit, filling in anywhere that I had drawn in under the eyes, any little shapes, and then I start working on the lips. I do that with the black eyeliner because I have really crappy drawing skills. And then I fill it in with the Liquid Catsuit liquid lipstick from Wet n Wild, and then I go in and I define the sides of the lips and do the little curl up, all that kind of fun stuff that's clown-like, you know, that we see on TV. Now to really grunge it up, I took the orange liquid lipstick from Wet n Wild and I patted that all over the lips, and then I kind of smeared it downward, and it just did something to the black. I really liked it. I'm liking it. Then the fun stuff, adding glitter. I have all those glitters from Wet n Wild in the little palettes, and I took each shade of glitter and put it on each shade of eyeshadow. So if it was blue glitter, so on and so forth. But I love putting it on the bridge of my nose. It just did something. Then I took out all my Anastasia glow kits, the Moonchild and Aurora, and also placed those on corresponding colors. So if it was an orangey based highlighter, orange it went. If it was yellow, so on and so forth. It just looked really cool in person. And I'm going to put on some mascara and lashes and show you guys the finished look. So I added some lashes and I threw on a wig. I mean, it covers kind of the contour, but if you are going to recreate any of this kind of for an inspo, not saying, because it's far from perfect. In order to get this kind of look perfect, I bet these bigger beauty gurus spend hours, because this took me forever. Granted, I have a sick baby, so, you know, her in my lap doing things. But I have a couple notes that I would put aside for you. If you wanted to be glam, I would go a lighter foundation and take your time with your lines. The reason why mine became kind of scary was because I started messing up on lines, and I was like, you know what? Let's just be kind of evil and let it just be. So if you wanted to be glam, take your time, crisp lines, clean lines, and don't go with the white stuff. I totally understand why a lot of people that do the special effects makeup artistry use the water-based or alcohol-based paint, which is more opaque and less troublesome. If I was gonna go back and redo this in the same kind of format, I would use the foundation and use the cream just like a concealer. And that would be it. So if I was gonna go back in, I wouldn't mess with the Wet n Wild paint palettes unless I was going glam and, you know, on foundation or bare skin, because it just picks up product and then you get that scary look. So that's how this evolved. I had inspiration and it became this. And you know what? It was a lot of fun. I cannot wait to get this off my head because it's giving me a headache. But it was just a fun look. I hope that you find some inspiration with this and that you enjoyed watching. And along the way, don't forget to go check out my girls, Kayla's Way and Miss Smile, and check out their clown-inspired creations. I love doing collabs like this because you just never know what you're gonna get. You have a lot of very interesting people that just go for things, and then we end up creating, and it's awesome. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, I do still have my Jeffree Star giveaway. It's going till the end of the month. You have time.
You have time.
Go enter, subscribe, do all of those fun things. And as always, guys, we'll see you in the next video. Bye.